Hello. Today we're going on a journey to learn how to recognize and analyze propaganda. Even though we live in the information age, not every piece of information we encounter is true or unbiased. Propaganda, which we see in the media, on social platforms, and even in everyday conversations, can affect us without us even realizing it. That's why being a conscious viewer is a valuable skill for protecting ourselves against manipulation. In this video, we'll seek answers to the following questions. What is propaganda and how does it work? What are the most commonly used techniques? Propaganda is a set of manipulative techniques used to spread a particular idea, belief, or policy, and to persuade the public about an issue. Throughout history, the power of propaganda has had major impacts, from influencing communities to shaping wars. Today, with the influence of the internet and social media, the reach of propaganda has expanded, targeting people of all ages. However, propaganda isn't always easy to spot. It's often hidden in seemingly innocent content like news stories, advertisements, or social media posts. Now let's take a look at some common techniques to understand how propaganda is made. Presenting one-sided information. This technique makes the audience think one-sidedly by emphasizing only the positive or only the negative aspects of an issue. For example, in an advertisement, only the advantages of the product are described, while the disadvantages are not mentioned at all. The same is true in political discourse. Only the strengths of one side are showcased, and their weaknesses are hidden. Spreading fear. Instilling fear triggers people to make quicker, irrational decisions. This technique gives the impression that a particular event or situation will result in disaster, leading people in a certain direction. For example, anxiety is created with statements like, "Your health is at risk if you don't use this product." Association with famous or powerful people. In this technique, a product or idea is made more appealing by having a well-known person endorse it. This is quite common not only in advertising but also in political propaganda. With the support of a celebrity or respected figure, the audience is led to accept a certain idea or product. Bandwagon effect. The everybody's doing it, you do it too approach uses mob mentality to get people to adopt a certain behavior or thought. It is especially common on social media. A popular trend is created on a topic, and individuals are expected to follow this trend. Simplification and othering. Simplification and othering are among the most effective propaganda techniques, especially used in manipulating masses. Simplification presents a complex situation or event in an overly simplified way. This makes it easier for the public to understand, but the actual depth of the event is ignored. This technique divides the issue into poles like good and bad, allowing the viewer to choose a side. Othering is based on creating a negative image of a certain group or person, portraying them as different from us or the enemy. Thus, the target group is excluded from society and perceived as a threat. When used together, complex issues are framed in a simple black and white context, leading society to think in a certain direction. Knowing propaganda techniques is the first step in mitigating their impact. To be a conscious viewer, you can use the following strategies. Evaluate the source. When you encounter a news story or piece of information, first question the source. Is it coming from a reliable source? What is the source's history and credibility? Is it objective or does it support a particular agenda? Recognize the techniques. Analyze the information you hear or see, keeping in mind the propaganda techniques we just discussed. What techniques were used to present this information? Does it involve methods like fear-mongering, presenting one-sided information, or othering? Be open to different perspectives. Instead of sticking to a single source or opinion, try to get information from different perspectives. This way, you can avoid the bias created by propaganda. Researching the same topic from multiple sources helps you gain a more objective viewpoint. Question your emotional reactions. Propaganda often targets our emotions. If a piece of content evokes a strong feeling in you, such as anger, fear, or excessive enthusiasm, question why. Are your emotions being manipulated? Try to look at it again with a calm and critical eye. Ask logical questions. When consuming any information, ask questions like, is this really true? Is there other information that supports this view? Asking such questions allows you to make a logical assessment. Today, propaganda isn't just found in the news or political campaigns, but it constantly appears through social media, entertainment content, and even advertisements. One of the best ways to deal with propaganda is to recognize these techniques and analyze them correctly. It's also very important to improve media literacy skills, read books that support critical thinking, and be a conscious digital citizen. Remember, not all information is true, and sometimes the content we see may be designed to impose a particular viewpoint on us. Developing a conscious and critical perspective is the most robust way to protect yourself from the effects of propaganda. By the end of this video, we hope that you too will be able to recognize propaganda techniques more easily, and being a conscious viewer is crucial for seeing the world as it is and forming your own opinions. With the skills to decipher propaganda techniques, you now have a stronger analytical ability. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe.